Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss the last problem from the problem set 3, which is all about exceptions, and the problem name is outdated. I have already created solution videos for fuel gauge, Phillips Takeria and grocery list from problem set 3, and for all the problems from problem set 0, 1 and 2. If you have not watched all those videos, then I will give the link of the playlist into the description. You can go and watch it from there. A quick disclaimer before I start into this video. This video is only for education purposes. Go back to the problem statement here. So the two acceptable formats here is either this or this, and if the user here why can't I here these are the two acceptable formats. If the and another thing that we need to keep in mind is that there are certain assumptions that every month has no more than 31 days. If assume that every month has no more than 31 days. Second thing that we need not worry about is that there is no need to validate whether a month has 28, 29, 30 or 31 days. 28, 29 particularly in terms of February, and 30, 31 days in terms of remaining months. Until the time user is not entering into the correct format, we need to keep prompting the user. With this background, I think we are good to start with the coding. I am here. What I am done here is that I have created a list where I have put the name of all the months: January, February, March till December. Now I am going to start with a while loop. Reason being, till the time user is not entering into the correct format, we need to keep reprompting the user. When I say correct format, I mean that either this format or either this format. If the input is not in either of these two formats, then we need to keep prompting the user again and again. And here you see, if the user's input is not a valid date in either format, prompt the user again. And that is why I have started here with the while loop. Now I am going to accept input from the user, and we are in week 3, almost at the end of the week 3, so we very well know we can accept the input using the input function date, and I am going to store this into a variable called date itself. So I have assigned it to here, and I am going to strip it in case if user have input something, some blank spaces or anything like, or tab on either side of the date. So as a precautionary measure, I have stripped it. Now the next thing is that I am going to validate one by one. So first of all, I am going to validate this format. So here you see the month, 9 is the month, 8 is the day, and 1636 is the year, and all these are separated by forward slashes. So I am going to do that. What I am going to do here is that I am going to split the date on the basis of this forward slash. So let us write date dot split, and I am going to put here the forward slash. Split is one of the 47 methods that are associated with strings. I have already created a video for Python strings wherein I have discussed 27 most frequently used methods. If you have not watched that video, I will give the link up above as an iCard. You can click on that and go and watch that video. Now, if I am going to split it on the basis of this forward slash, then I am going to get a 3 part here. First part is month, second part is date, and the last part is year. So I have to assign them or store all these things, all these 3 outputs into 3 variables. Let us call that month, day and year, and this is how we are going to do it. After that, we have accepted the input. I am going to check whether the user has entered date like this with the forward slashes, or in alphanumeric character where what did I do? Where there is a comma in between used. So let us go with the first case here like this. So what I am going to write here after here is that if in date, so if forward slash is there in the date, then I am going to split it on the basis of the forward slash. How to do that? There is a method called split that comes with strings. For your information, there are 47 methods that are associated with Python strings. I have already created a video wherein I have discussed 27 most frequently used method with the strings. I will give the link above. You can go and watch it if you are interested. Okay, now back here. Now we are going to split. When I split it, I am going to get three parts here. First part 9, which is our month. Second part is 8, which is our day, and last part is 1636 or whatever the date the user has put in. So three parts. So I am going to store these three parts into three variables called mon, first short form month, day and year. This is how we are going to store it. Next part is that I am going to check here if month is not alphabet. Again, one of the methods which are associated with Python strings. You can watch my video. I have already given the link above. If this is true, then I will continue. I will prompt the user again. So user, the basic purpose here is that user is not going to enter something like this. Oops, why did I do this? Yeah, September 6, 1636. It should not be like this. If there are alphabets, then the complete date has to be excuse me, into this format. Otherwise, this format here, all numerals. Let's get rid of this example from here. So we have checks so far here, and if it is okay, now I am going to check for the elif part. Pay attention to the indentation. Elif is for this particular if, not this if here that I am writing. So elif, if there is a comma, now I am going to check for the this type of input. If there is a comma, then what? If there is a comma in date, again I will do what? I am going to, we can do multiple things, but I am going to replace the comma with nothing, and I will call that a new date. So date is equal to date dot replace what, comma, with what, nothing. Yeah, so just for a minute, if I make everything, just to make the things clear, if I make everything up to comment here, and let me copy this part and paste it here. What I am going to do here, I am trying to do is that if comma in date, then I am saying date is new date is equal to date dot replace this comma with nothing, and then let us print date. Let me try to run this program. Outdated.py. So today is July 6th, the day I am recording, July 6, 2024. Here you see now the new date I am getting here is three parts, July 6 and 2024, and this comma that I have given here is gone. This is exactly what I am trying to achieve here. Let's get rid of these lines and uncomment all this block. So up to here I believe everything is clear, and then I am going to split it on the basis of the space or white space, and the same thing like in the if slide, date dot split, and I will give a space here. Again this is going to create three parts. July is will be stored in mon, 6 will go into day, and 2024 will go into this year part. This is here. Now what I am going to check here is that if this month is in this, in the list of all these or not. Here, if mon in month, I have written month or months, so I need to write here months. If it is in months, then what? If it is in months, then I am going to increase, and I will explain you in a minute what I am trying to do here. Months dot index, and I am going to increase this index of month, that is our variable, with 1. Reason being, Python indexes, they start with 0. So if I have entered, for here example, July, so if I start from here, January at 0, Feb at 1, March at 2, yeah, right, April at 3, May at 4, June at 5, and July at 6. But in the output it should be 07 hyphen 06 hyphen 2024. So that is why I am going to increase the index of each month by 1 if it is there, and if it is not there, if it is not a valid month, then again I will continue. And then finally I am going to into the else part. Again, this else is of this bigger, this if, elif, and here, and not of this if else. Else again I will say continue. If the user has not, if user has chosen some other third format or fourth format, something like that. Now with this, now we can, I am going to write here try, because now here I am going to check if in the first part, if the user has entered, if the month is up to 12 and the days are up to 31, not more than that, and that I am going to check using the try and except block. If it is not a valid one, then we will keep reprompting the user. So if int mon, here you see we have stored the month into mon, and remember the output of input function is always a star, and that is why I have converted into int. So if it is greater than 12 or int day, similarly we have to check for day. If it is more than 31, then we continue, we prompt the user again, else we will break out of the loop here, and then finally we can say except EOF error if the user enters, or input control D, then we get out of the thing here. Now we have done everything. What is left here is just to, we have done all the validation. Now we have to just print. And how are we going to print it? Here if you come over to hints and see here, print, for printing it is being suggested to use the F string, and exactly what I am going to do here. I am going to print using the F string. So let us say print F, and I have given here double quotes, and I am going to write here year. Our year should be in 4 digit, which is being entered. User is entering year in 4 digit in both the cases. If you, let us come back here, this was the second valid or acceptable input. Here also the year is in 4 digits, so no need to change, and this is the another format which is acceptable as a input. So here also the year is in 4 digits, so no change is required here. But here you can see that the months and the dates are given in single digit, and here also the date is given in single digit, but the output, if you check out here in the demo video, it is in 2 digits. So we have to convert the dates here. No changes are required in year, and all these need to be separated by a hyphen here. If I come back to the demo video, here you see year month and dates are separated by hyphen. So I have given a hyphen over here. Yeah, then I am int, and then we have to print the month, mon month, and it should be of 2 digit. So this is it, and similarly we can print here int day 02. I believe with this we should be good to go. Let us clear the screen from here, and let me first pick out let us see 9/8/1636 from the demo video. It is 9/8/1636. Yeah, 9/8/1636. Outdated. No, it is not giving me any output. What could be the reason? Okay, I missed it here. Yeah, it has to be outside this while loop. Okay, now it should be fine. 9/8/1636. Here 1636 hyphen 0908, we can compare it with here. Second is 8 September 1636. It is not an acceptable date format. Let us try it. It is what is 8 September 1636. 8 September 1636. Our code should reprompt us. Yeah, here you see it is being reprompting us. So now I am going to give it in the correct format here. September 8 1636. Wonderful. Next is 8/9/1636. Clear. 8/9/1636. Here you see the month is 1636 hyphen 08 hyphen 09. We can compare it here. So it is all good. So I believe that now we are okay. I do not think that there is any further point in checking all the examples given into the demo. We can straight away jump into checking the CS50 checks. Let me copy it here, clear the screen. By the time it is going to check and publish a result, I would like to say that I have started to come up with the videos related to Python other than CS50P. I will share the link of that playlist also into the description. If you are interested, you can go and watch it over there. I'm waiting for results. Back to our CS50 tests. I am hoping that everything is in green. Let me pull it a little up further so that we can see everything. So everything is in green. So it has met all the tests by CS50. It means that we are good to submit it. By the way, I have already cleared this examination. You can see it over here, but still it is good. So if you find this video helpful, consider giving it a like, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends who are pursuing CS50. Until that time, happy coding.